Alright, how we doing now, ladies and gentlemen, on the YouTube side of things? It's time to talk about Antiquary, and I'm disappointed. This thing looks like it could be really cool, but it actually just sucks balls. It's a shame. Like, from my experience so far, I messed around a little bit in PvE, but it's Thief. You're not really going to be playing PvE Thief, particularly. And I feel bad for the guy who has to try and bench PvE Antiquary, because, good lord, brother, the fucking gambling on this thing is hilarious. I named myself Always Gamble, and I threw together a bit of a 2B transmog. Looks kind of nice. We did pretty well with that. But it's really cool in practice, and absolutely garbage in practice at the exact same time. I decided to take it into World vs. World with a build that has one simple game plan. It is Basilisk Venom into the new Shadow Step for Inquest Portal device, and then Cloak and Dagger backstab to one-tap somebody. Does it work? Eh. This is kind of like, if you get a kill with Antiquary, you're lucky, honestly. Like, because the way this is kind of felt is once you use all of the gimmicks Antiquary has, you die. Right? Whereas Daredevil, you have multiple dodges to get out of combat. Deadeye, you have multiple reset tools. With Antiquary, you don't have the teleport anymore from Script Swipe. But it's not like this feels like you're playing Dagger Daredevil in PvP, which is like a very, very stupid idea. Like, the reason you run Dagger with Daredevil is because Swipe lets you use Swipe and Cloak and Dagger at the exact same time. Oh, apologies, I've been talking all day. Why don't you run Dagger Pistol? Because I don't like Dagger Pistol. It's a personal thing. I just prefer playing Dagger. More thematic to the rogue, in my opinion. Dagger Pistol's probably just better across the fucking board. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't make a difference to me. So, the reason that this is such a bit of a problem is, I'll show you here. I'll spawn a golem. So the problem is that if to use Antiquary effectively, you have to random your ability, which doesn't suck. You then have to identify what you got fast enough, which requires more class knowledge, which requires suffering in the first place. Let's just put it fucking simply. Requires suffering enough in the first place, losing duels, to then be able to acknowledge what you have on the fly. And then you have to be able to re-roll it if they suck balls on the fly, which is another keybind. Keep in mind, while you're getting bombed by whatever the fuck they're throwing at you, you have to look down at your screen, which takes your eyes off your character, mentally note what you have, potentially shuffle it if it's garbage, then re-note what you have while you've taken a Ritualist Anguish to the head and died immediately. So, just the mental requirement of this is already tough enough outside of the fact that it literally removes your best tools for both kits if you're trying to utilize it. So, I had a game plan, which was, let me see if I can roll the fucking thing real fast. Use this thing, the Hollow Dancer Decoy. And my plan was to use this, Cloak and Dagger, and then backstab off the taunt. But you'll see there, by the time I finish that animation, he has a half a second left on the taunt. So, the problem with that is if you're not in perfect position, like if you have to move to get into position, by the time you land the Cloak and Dagger into backstab, the taunt is ended. So, I've had a couple of scenarios where that literally happened in World vs. World. Like, I landed the combo, I one-shot a Deadeye, which was really fun to do. I did actually manage to get the combo off, and it killed him pretty much immediately. The other thing that you can do is basically you do the same follow-up, because they tried to still give you, like, Swipe, or, like, a semblance of steal. But, like, if you're playing... Hang on, let me just flip over. If you're playing... Excuse me? I'm in combat. If you're playing a regular Thief, you literally do exactly what they gave you in the first place. Like, if we flip to... Get the fuck off my screen for a second. If we just go Daredevil... Like, you just literally can do that. Or, the better one is that. Which always puts you behind the target, because... Oh, well, Steal puts you in range, and then I believe swipe puts you behind the target 99% of the time. If I remember correctly. Or they make it so that swipe doesn't exist anymore. Is it just steal now? Goes to show how much I've played fucking Thief recently. Might be the case. But the Heartseeker Steal is basically what they made Inquest Portal Device. However, Inquest Portal Device has a 50% chance to just kill you instantly. So, you do your Heartseeker Steal, and then if that misses, you have your cooldown back as well. But then you just use this, and you get knocked down and die immediately. Which is just fucking hilarious. So, that's the thing, is that since you now don't have Steal, if you want to try and actually get in on Dagger, you have to either step in, which then means you've used your most useful utility skill on the entire class to get in the first place, or you have to gamble your fucking flip in to then hope you land a Basilisk. So, what winds up happening is they just dodge the portal device, and then your Basilisk falls off. What's even funnier, in Antiquary versus Antiquary, if they put down the taunt device will eat your own Basilisk Venom, because you'll have to attack the fucking taunt device. So if you put up a Basilisk to try and land it, because its animation's massive, so because you're like raising your hands above your head. Did it not reset my CD? Okay, sure, I guess. You just hate me? Be like that? Because you're raising your hand above your head. So if they catch this animation, they just drop the this fucking thing on you, and then you get backstabbed instead. So yeah, it was kind of a yikes. And then on top of that, your Condi cleanse that comes out of this is the coin toss. Literally, first of all, Condi cleansing on a coin toss is the worst concept you could imagine for PvP reliability, for starters. But what's even worse, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds until the Condi cleanse happens. Right? Disregarding what you flip on the coin, it is 4 seconds until you have the Condi cleanse happen, because it has to flip the coins, and then it gives you the result of the coins. So by the time you're taunted, you press your coin flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, you've died. That's what it feels like in PvP. And, yeah, so at that point, you're literally just better off, like, stepping out and then trying to heal. Like, it is cool that the anti-venom drought, you can just, like, pop it over and over and over and over again. But it's also counterintuitive, because, like, you can arguably RNG yourself to death with what's supposed to be the good version, because, like, you want to get the backfire to do the big heal and the big Condi removal. But if you're multi-condied, and you just, like, actually RNG well, you can quaff one, get 1 Condi removal. And then you quaff again, and, oh, well, of course, I'm not gonna do it now. And you quaff one Condi removal. Quaff one Condi removal. And then the 4th Condi that they covered just kills you outright. Oh my god, it's a shame, because, like, it's really cool in practice, but, like, I think it would just be better if you could just use the skill twice, rather than having the backfire component. Like, yeah, okay, that'd be busted as fuck in some semblances, sure. But, like, just make it so that you can use the skill twice while it's on cooldown, and it's already a new concept. You don't need to have fucking fuck yourself as a result, or fuck yourself on coin flip. Like, especially, like, this fucking knockdown on this thing is so bad. Like, I just ran, of course, now, oh my god, the fucking recording's trolling me. I'm on recording, so it's gonna not knock me down. There you go, and then it'll knock you down. Perfect. Perfect. But yeah, so if you're playing at range, and you're trying to get to somebody, you have to use Inquest Portal Device, or you have to use Step to get in. Or you use this, identify what those are, I have no idea, flip it, I still have no idea. And then, you know, you get 1 use, you maybe get 2 uses if you use improv. And it's like, it feels like you have to suffer in the first place to get better at suffering. And then if you've suffered hard enough, maybe you can outskill someone. And, like, I don't get why you would ever do that, particularly, because just play Daredevil to then use Steel to get in. And then if you're going to play the rifle offset, use Deadeye to get Deadeye's mark. Because you think about it, Death's Judgment doesn't even get, like, benefits because you don't have Deadeye's mark bonuses. So this is, like, the worst of both worlds. You can't step in to do fucking step, cloak, and dagger, aside from the one step on it. And then on top of that, if you want to actually use Inquest Portal Device correctly, you should fucking weapon stow it mid-animation. So you have to actually be a better thief to play a worse class. Like, so what I mean by that is if you want to get a backstab, say you're in stealth, right? Say we're in... Drop fucking combat, please. So say we're in stealth and we want to backstab, right? So let's just do it like this. So you want to backstab a fool, yeah? Let's do it like this. You want a blinding powder Inquest Portal Device, and you want a weapon stow mid portal device because it does a strike. It's actually worse that it does a strike than if it didn't do a strike. Because if it didn't do a strike, you could step in fucking stealth. But you can't do that because it does the attack. So instead, you have to weapon swap in the middle of the animation, or weapon stow in the middle of the animation. Let me try that again to show you what I mean. So if you want to get a backstab... I can't reset my weapon swap. Kick W. I need to be in range though. So you'd want a blinding powder... Oh, never mind. You can't even use it. You can't even use it in stealth. Keck W. Keck fucking W. You can't even use it in stealth. It pulls you out of stealth. Oh, that's even fucking worse. That's even worse. It reveals you. Oh, ew. Yeah. Oh my god, that's actually so ass. That's actually so ass. Wait, no, I got Death's Judgment there. Did I just fuck it up? Did I just fuck it up? Hang on. Nope. It pulls you out of stealth if you do it with rifle. But it doesn't do if you do it with What? What? What in the bug city is this? Okay, well, I did it that time. But that's what I mean. So now to be an actually good, to be a bare minimum Daredevil, you have to be a weapon stow try-hard Antiquary. Because if you dodge roll, you're wasting a dodge roll bar. But if you do that exact same fucking combo, then instead you can teleport weapon stow, because you can cancel the leap animation, and then backstab. So you have to be better at the worst thing to get the same mileage out of the bare minimum. While then identifying what your gamble pulls. Oh my god, just give me Daredevil, bro.